Shannon Sharpe and his Snowbunny addiction.
Oh, man, sad. I don't know what it is about the pale vagina. I don't know. I've never been with a Caucasian woman. I don't know what it is. But for all these black men to keep on getting Snowbunny like this over and over, and in Shannon Sharpe's case, she was only 21
19,
years old,
I thought.
19 when they started. 19 when they started. She's 22 now. He was 53. He's 56 now. Basically young enough to be his grandchild, all of them. You know? But that's not illegal in America. Trifling by black people's standards, but it's not illegal. You know, the problem is she accused them of the unthinkable. She accused them of sexual assault. That's what they always do.
Yep.
Once again, we have a taboo in this country where black men are not supposed to be touching white women. The Loving versus Virginia Supreme Court decision that struck down laws against interracial sex, that was only 1967. It only been about 50 years that you've been able to openly date, marry, and have sex with white girls, but white people don't like it. And whenever you piss that white girl off, he will use her white privilege
White
to
tears.
destroy you. Everybody know he didn't assault that woman. Everybody knows that, but guess what? That's the only way she can get paid. And then he got another Snowbunny that he dated 20 years ago who's deciding to sue him now, claiming that he assaulted her in 2010, but you don't wait till 2023 to file civil suit. 13 years ago, and you don't say nothing, you don't do nothing. And so Shannon Sharpe got 2 cases, and now they're saying there might be a third Snowbunny out there who's about to accuse him at all. I don't understand what getting you a black woman. I don't get it. These Negroes are crazy. You are willing to sacrifice your entire life earnings just to lay with a white woman. That is the self-hate of the black man.
Man, oh man, oh man. Now, speaking about Snowbunnies, what about Saquon Barkley?
Now, Snowbunny Saquon is married to a Snowbunny.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, was allegedly she was putting out racist texts about black people, and I think those texts were being put out by Saquon's wife when she was still the fiance or just the girlfriend. And I'm not aware of anything at all he has done to address that situation. I don't even know if he's spoken on it publicly. I mean, as a black man, you should address the black community about your wife's racist comments about your community. Now, when he meant to go meet with Donald Trump, I thought that was some very coonish behavior.
I do too. I think she encouraged him.
She probably did. But here's my question to Snowbunny Saquon. Did you ask President Trump any serious questions about these executive orders that he's signing to roll back black people's civil rights? Or were you even aware of any of this? Because if he just went down there to smile in Donald Trump's face and didn't ask him any questions, I don't have a problem with your meeting with him if you're going to speak truth to power. I would love to meet with him. If they called me right now and said Donald Trump wants a one-on-one with DrUMAR, I am there. Because I have some very direct things I want to say and some very direct questions I want to ask. So I'm not against the meeting, but did you use your opportunity to be with the head racist in charge to address issues relevant to blacks, most prominently of which is his rolling back about civil rights? I don't think he did.
I don't think so either.
He did. So Snowbunny Saquon, you know, he's going to need to be baptized back into the race. I guess he's under that Snowbunny hypnosis.
Let's talk about the just past NFL draft and what happened with Shedeur Sanders. And let's look at it from the racial perspective and, you know, professionalism and all kind of stuff like that. There's a lot of talks about this in the media as to what happened to him to be actually moved that far to be drafted. Dr. Omar.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the white power structure. That was them sending a message to his father, DR Sanders, that this is not your league. This is our league. This is our plantation. We are the slave masters, and both you and your son are slaves. That's all you are here. You don't have any power. You don't have any influence. And they sabotaged Shedeur Sanders to send a loud and clear message to black America and to his father that white men control this sport. Black men have no say. So you do as you're told, or you don't do it all.
Same thing they told Sean Puffy Combs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, we still have this idea that money and power are equivalent. No, they're not. You can use money to build power, but you can have power and not have a lot of money. You understand? And see, black people think because I got a lot of money. If money was power, why are so many of our celebrities afraid to speak the truth? If money is power, why are most black billionaires afraid to do anything to help black people? Because money is not power. Power is completely separate from money. Power is the ability to affect change anytime for anybody, anywhere. Our billionaires don't have that. our millionaires don't have that they could create institutions with the money they got, but they don't have the power to steer clear of the consequences that's going to come from doing that from the power structure.
Now, I see you have a lot of power, but you may not be having a lot of money, because if you had a whole lot of money, the school would have been open a long time ago, but you have a tremendous amount of power.
Hey, Dr. Johnson, I just want to ask you about your thoughts about the recent developments with the Carmelo Anthony case, the young black man who's the white man who was allegedly assaulting him. I just found out that the judge in that case, the black woman judge, was doxxed. They revealed where she lives, her address, all these other kinds of things. And we keep seeing developments like this built around this case because obviously a subsection of Americans are very upset at how things are going for Carmelo Anthony. I just want to get your thoughts on the case.
Well, the bottom line is white people have always felt that they had jurisdiction over the black body. And from a legal perspective, for 246 years, they did. And even if we add beyond 246 years, because after slavery ended, we then had to deal with Jim Crow and the black codes that basically re-enslaved us. So you could argue from 1865 until Dr. King's Civil Rights Act, for 100 years after slavery, our bodies were still the jurisdiction of white people. So that takes us to 346 years. So for 346 years, white people could beat you, kill you, stomp you, do whatever they want to do to you, and you could not fight back. In fact, the slave codes and the Jim Crow laws didn't even allow you to defend yourself. You couldn't even stop a white attacker from violating your wife. So that situation that happened down in Frisco with the young brother Carmelo and those two twins, it was unfortunate that the young man lost his life, and I'm sorry, compassion to the parents. But at the same time, had they never started the fight, had they never tried to pick on that boy and drag him out from under the tent, and I don't believe the tent was there, okay, to begin with. You had no right to accost that young man. So obviously a 130, 160-pound black boy being double-teamed by two football players weighing about 240 pounds apiece, that's almost 500 pounds of racism coming at you. He panicked, dug into his bag, and stabbed him. I don't think he intended to take his life. I think he just intended to have him back up. But at the same time, when you are fearful, you will do anything to protect yourself. The problem in this case is not whether or not Carmelo Anthony can invoke Texas's stand your ground law to defend himself. I think he can. I think he definitely meets the criteria for stand your ground. He did not come into their space. They came into his space, and they attacked him. They put hands on him. And under Texas stand your ground law, you do not have a right, you do not have a requirement to flee. You can stand your ground. So when people said Carmelo should have ran, he did not have to run. Texas law says you have a right to stand your ground and use deadly force, even if you have to, if you believe that your safety is in danger. And that is exactly what he did. The problem is white people don't care if he stood his ground. White people don't care if he was justified. From a white, racist, narcissistic perspective, white people can do whatever they want to do to you, and you're not supposed to fight back.
Wow.